hope you're having a wonderful spooky season, and welcome to another spooky season deck flip. Today we're doing the Hocus Pocus Tarot. I'm excited to do this one because I adore this movie. The cards are awesome. The art is wonderful. I'm going to try to be a little bit quicker with each card, so this video won't be so long. This is obviously one of those decks that is based on a film, so the card meanings won't always align with the traditional tarot meaning, but it's all for fun, which is exactly what Hocus Pocus is all about. So let's take a look. Comes with a nice thick book and full color, full images of the cards. I feel like a little bit spoiled with this tarot book. It gives you upright and reversed. Yeah. It looks like it's only in English, but it's a great, great book. Awesome sauce. I did put the cards in order, so it's easier to flip through. I like on the inside. I don't know how well you can see that. The sun is sunning today again. I love the autumn sun though, so I'm not mad. I'll just do my best to make sure that the images on the cards are clear because I can actually see the camera this time. As always, I have my coffee. I'm a caffeined. I can't have my day without my coffee. Okay, these are a nice matte deck actually, which I like a lot. Got this nice purple magical background. Let's get into it. So starting with the Fool, we have Max, who is absolutely the Fool. Love Max. Max is a fool. And he is our main character of the movie, so of course we're following him on the journey through the major arcana. Makes sense. The Magician, we have Winnie. Winifred Sanderson as the Magician. Makes sense. She was the most powerful of the sisters. And she has her book. Love it. I love the art in these cards. This comes very early in our deck flip, but this is my favorite card in this entire deck. I am obsessed with this Sarah Sanderson High Priestess card. The art is fantastic. The look on her face is fantastic. Her hand reaching to the children and their little hands. It's just, you can hear the song. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful card. I am obsessed with this Sarah Sanderson High Priestess. Absolutely love it. Favorite card in the deck. Try to keep this in frame as best I can. The Empress is Mrs. Dennison. Loved her in the film. And of course, the Mother. The Emperor. Now, because this deck is based on a film and is using film characters, the traditional meanings might be a little bit lost here and there. Like for me, their father, Mr. Dennison, doesn't really have Emperor energy in my opinion, but the guidebook will have its own meanings for each card. As I say, like I'm mostly doing these deck flips to show the cards to help you make an aesthetic choice if you book a reading with me. So this is the Emperor, Mr. Dennison in his Dracula costume. Now this is one of my favorite Hocus Pocus interpretations in the deck, is the Hierophant as the book. Because the book is the keeper of knowledge. The book has all the information the Sanderson sisters need, particularly Winnie. It's her book to cast their magic. I think that's a really interesting take on the Hierophant, the mentor and teacher. This card is adorable. The Lovers, and it's Max giving Allison his phone number. It's so cute. The Chariot. I love that it's Mary with her vacuum. It's so good. This deck is just fun. It's so much fun. If you love the movie, you're totally missing out if you don't play around with this deck. Strength. I love that this is Danny standing up to the bullies. So good. Little baby Thora Birch. Love her. She's such a 90s icon. If you guys have never seen, I think it's called Ghost World with her and Scarlett Johansson. Fantastic 90s girl movie. And we have the Hermit, and it is Billy Butcherson's grave, which is neat. It's an interesting take on the Hermit. Maybe because he's tucked away, but he has all the secrets. And the Wheel of Fortune is Danny in Billy's grave with the protective circle of salt, which I think is really neat. Justice, the Sanderson sisters on trial. This is cute. This is a good twist on this card. Love it. This one, these two asshats for suspension. So in place of the hanged man, we have suspension. I love Sarah here teasing him. It's so funny. And there's Mary. I don't know if you guys can see my coffee mug. I don't think I can tip it without spilling my coffee. No, I can't. If I can insert a picture, I will. It's the Alchemy England Caddy Without Coffee mug, and I just thought it was appropriate for this card. So this is the Hocus Pocus Tarot's interpretation of the Death card. It's called Transformation, and of course it is the sisters transforming Thackeray Banks into the beloved little black kitty. Love this. And Temperance is Allison. You know, it's hilarious. I love the detail on her sweater because every time I watch that film, since the first time I watched that film, I love her sweater and I want her sweater. It's so cozy. It's such a perfect autumn sweater as I tug my sweater sleeves because I just want to be cozy and comfy. But yeah, she's Temperance, which is fair. I mean, she's fairly patient considering what her Halloween turned into. And then we have the Master in place of the Devil. Hilarious. And his little dog. So funny. Love this. So the Tower, as opposed to being a traditionally destructive image, we have the Sanderson sisters' cottage, which, I mean, thematically, tarot-wise, it still makes sense. You know, that's where they tear down people's worlds, is in their little cottage. I'm gonna try not to get too deep. We just want to see the cards. This is the Star is Emily. So cute and a great use of this scene. And we have the Moon, which is, I'm trying to keep it in frame. I'm sorry, guys. I can actually see the phone this time, but like at an angle, so bear with me. The Moon is Mary Sanderson and all these little trick-or-treaters, which I think is neat. It's cute. I love Mary. The Sun. This is a great Hocus Pocus interpretation of this card, showing Winnie turning to stone as the sun rises. Great use of movie thematics. Love it. The Cemetery, Old Burial Hill. This is the Judgment card. I love this because I think it's a great interpretation of when we all die, we'll all be judged the same. And this is such a beautiful card to end the major arcana, the World, and it's Thackeray and Emily reunited. I like this. This is so good. This was a great use of film thematics incorporated with the tarot meaning of the card. Okay, that's the major arcana. We're making our way through. This is the first tarot flip I've done. The first two spooky deck flips I did were both oracle decks. So I think that's also why I get lost in interpreting the cards, because they're unique. Oracle decks are unique to each deck, whereas tarot is a pretty standard traditional collection of cards, if you will. Coffee. Okay. Let's get into the minor arcana. So the first suit in the Hocus Pocus minor arcana is the Candles. This is in place of the Wands, putting, as they say, their Hocus Pocus twist on it. And I like that the Ace of Candles is the little angel girl who blesses the Sanderson sisters. There's the Two of Candles, which I'm just guessing, but this looks like one of the tables at Allison's house when Max and Danny show up for her Halloween party. Little candy apples. I think they're candy apples. They look like candy apples. That's what I've always assumed they are. Anyway. Three of Candles. Very spooky card. Love it. Four of Candles. These, I'm sure you guys, if you're familiar with tarot, are aware that minor arcana cards are a little quicker to get through. There's not a lot of, I don't want to say there's not a lot of depth to them, because there is. I just mean the card is what it is. So this is the Five of Candles. What I like about this card is the shadows of the hands on the wall. They're clawed fingers. I think it's a nice touch because this is a card of conflict, of course, because it's the Five of Wands. In this case, Five of Candles. Six of Candles. I really hope I'm holding these at a good angle. We'll see in post-production. LOL. Seven of Candles. Eight of Candles. Nine of Candles. 10 of Candles, floating in the window, which is neat. It's very Harry Potter. I don't remember floating candles in the film. Anyway, it's cool. And then we have Danny as the Page of Candles, which I think thematically for tarot makes sense because wands are all about action and Danny is very go get him and ask permission later. The Knight of Candles is the black flame candle, which is interesting. Knights tend to be a bit about movement and wands being about action. But I mean, it is the black flame candle that gets this all going, so makes sense. Now, this I think is adorable, that the Queen of Candles is Mrs. Dennison in her Madonna costume. It's sort of like her alter ego. She's much more, I mean, she's under a spell, but she's also much more bold in her costume. So she has more Queen of Wands energy, this Queen of Candles. And the King of Candles is the singer at the Halloween party. I can't remember his name, forgive me, but he looks very cool. And here we have the Ace of Pumpkins. Now, pumpkins are in place of the pentacles or coins. 2 of pumpkins. 3 of pumpkins. I love the pumpkin cards. They're so fun. They're so Halloween. This one is the 4 of pumpkins. 5 of pumpkins. 6 of pumpkins. Some little treats. 7 of pumpkins. More treats. I love this one. This is my favorite pumpkin card. This is the 8 of pumpkins, and you see the witch's hand causing them all to levitate. I just think this is a really fun card. 9 of pumpkins. 10 of pumpkins. Now, interestingly, the Page of Pumpkins is not one individual figure, but a bunch of trick-or-treaters / partygoers. Got their little buckets of candy. Knight of Pumpkins, stealing kids' candy. Queen of Pumpkins is Allison in her Halloween costume, which makes sense because this would be the Queen of Pentacles, and she lives in her big fancy house. I loved that dress. Allison just had a good wardrobe. King of Pumpkins is a house. I don't know if it's supposed to be Max and Danny's house. I can't remember. It makes me think it is because of the tower room up top, but yeah, King of Pumpkins is a house. This suit is very cool. So in place of these swords or knives, we have lightning. So this is the Ace of Lightning. 2 of lightning. Lightning in a bottle. Love it. 3 of lightning. 4 of lightning. 5 of lightning. Thackeray Binks. I find it interesting too that they chose to do lightning for swords because swords is about the mind and intellect and thought patterns and being trapped by our thoughts and things like that. And the lightning actually seems to be representative of magic in a way. Like if you look at, you know, how it's coming out of their hands, especially with this Ace card, it's sort of, you know, incorporating the importance of mindset and where you're at mentally in order to successfully perform magic outside the realm of tarot if you practice magic. So we have the 6 of lightning, 7 of lightning, 8 of lightning, very cool card, 9 of lightning. This is great. The 10 of lightning, such a cool card. Page of Lightning, these two, because they think they're tough, but they're not. This guy, the Knight of Lightning, the adult joke that most of us missed as kids. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch. The Queen of Lightning is the master's wife who had no time for nobody's shit. This one's neat. King of Lightning, Max lighting the sprinklers. And then Ace of Potions. So potions, the last one, is to represent cups. Ace of Potions. I like that the eyeball is like watching her hand come in to get it. It's very cute. Very creepy cute. And we have 2 of Potions. The Potions cards are really pretty. 3 of Potions. Mary, Winifred, Sarah. It's their hair, you can see. 4 of Potions. 5 of Potions, of course, includes the oil of boil. 6 of Potions, Dead Man's Toes. 7 of Potions, Newt Saliva. Yum. And what's also cute is this little bottle back here. It says for Billy with a little heart. It's like a love potion. It's cute. I like it because I'm going to go tarot reader on you here, but we've got the love potion, you've got newt saliva, you've got pox. So all of these different potions that do different things. And the 7 of Cups is, I always call it the spoiled for choice card. It's about making wise decisions and seeing everything ahead of you. So I just think it's neat, like choosing different potions. 8 of Potions, Mary. 9 of Potions, very similar to the 8 of Pumpkins. We got this little witch's hand levitating all the potions. 10 of Potions. Okay, almost done. Page of Potions, Thackeray Binks in his human form when he knows that they've taken his sister, Emily. Knight of Potions, all 3 sisters' hands with the potion bottle. Love it. And ooh, Queen of Potions is, of course, Max and Allison's teacher. I always, at first glance, think it's Professor Sprout. Wrong franchise, but come on. That totally looks like Professor Sprout. And finally, the King of Potions, Billy Butcherson. Awesome. I think it makes sense making him King of Potions. He did die by poison. All right. So that, my friends, is the Hocus Pocus Tarot. It is a very fun deck. Great for spooky season. I love doing Halloween readings with this deck. I'm going to shuffle them up. I'm going to do it this way to make sure we get a good mix. And then I will pull a card for everybody watching, as I do with all my deck flips. So if this is your first one, go check out the others. We have a collective card pull for everybody that watches. I'm going to try and do this as quick as I can, and I'll pull a card for everybody. Okay, let's see what we get for everybody. 9 of Pumpkins. If you're curious for the Hocus Pocus meaning, it means your hard work has paid off. Your pumpkin patch has finally begun to flourish. Know that this stability is a direct result of your persistence. Take time to enjoy your newfound success and celebrate your accomplishments. You have certainly earned it. So as we said, pumpkins represent pentacles or coins. So this would be the 9 of Pentacles, which is a card of success and abundance and luxury, and does show that you have put in the work, worked your ass off. You earned this moment of reaping the spoils of your work and reveling in the rewards of all of your labor. So if there's something that you've been working towards, that you've been putting a lot of effort into, having something be just right, you are now seeing the benefits of that reaching completion, and you get to celebrate finishing your task and being able to move on to whatever it is that you want to pursue next. I feel like this project that you've worked on, this thing that whatever it is that you've put all this energy into, has added to a strong foundation for you to continue building, like step 1 in the greater scheme of what you have planned for yourself, which is very exciting. Good for you. Definitely celebrate and enjoy this Halloween, and know that all of your hard work is paying off. And what I find interesting, and this is just coming from me, I know these are lights. It's supposed to be like pumpkin string lights, but pumpkins in general are full of seeds. So this mindset, this work ethic, this version of you that you stepped into to get this done, these all contain seeds to continue this going forward, to continue to build, to continue to create greatness for yourself in your own little empire. Yeah, just a fun little card reading for everybody that stuck around to the end. Thank you so much for being here. I am going to try and finish my deck flips as soon as I can so that they're all up before the end of spooky season. So keep an eye out for the next one. I will be doing the Darkwood Tarot. So thanks again for being here. Happy haunting, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. The Magician. Am I actually forgetting what her fucking name is? That's embarrassing. What the hell is the matter with me? Max and Danny Dennison, Allison Watts, Thackeray Binks, the Wicked Sanderson sisters. What are the Sanderson sisters? Sarah, Mary. Why can't I remember her name? Winifred. Winnie. Okay. Jesus. My bad, y'all. My bad.